The facilities management industry is undergoing a transformation as information technology and building automation solutions combine to provide more sophisticated energy and building management capabilities. SkyCentrics, located in San Francisco, California, has developed a platform of Wi-Fi, cloud-connected devices and sensors optimized for building management and control.
Smart buildings are all about giving buildings more awareness, more responsiveness, and better judgment. So how does SkyCentrics do that? One of the ways is to give the building sensors and controls so that they have more awareness, a little bit like we have with our senses. Then we want to give them more responsiveness. So we provide the information, we connect those devices to the internet cloud, and then we provide that information and the ability to control those devices in the palm of your hand with smartphones. And finally, we give the buildings better judgment because in the internet cloud, we can combine the device data with other data such as weather or utility pricing information. And now we're giving the devices, the building, and the owners and operators and occupants more information so that they can respond to all of that data and have the building lower its cost of energy, lower its cost of operation.
In order to find out more about SkyCentrics' energy and cost-saving solutions, Innovations traveled to the Lawrence Berkeley National Lab, where they're working with SkyCentrics on the Demand Response Research Center project.
We here at Lawrence Berkeley National Lab are working with SkyCentrics and other companies like them to demonstrate the ability of control systems and communication systems to receive signals from the electric utility and from other grid operators that can turn off electric loads in buildings on hot summer days or at other times of the year. The project is part of what's called the Demand Response Research Center. So we try to build these platforms and show how they work in actual application. Here at Lawrence Berkeley National Lab, we built a test lab in the guest house, and it's the actual laundry room where people come and do their laundry. And there's a refrigerator in there and there's lights in there. And we equipped it with metering systems and with communications so that we could work with vendors to show how these electric loads can listen to open ADR signals and respond to them. So when PG&E, Pacific Gas and Electric, or other utilities send signals, the devices can either go into a low power mode, like the lights dim, or they can turn off completely. So we can demonstrate that these systems can run in parallel with normal operations.
A facility can truly be characterized as a smart building when there is complete integration of automation and control technologies enabled across energy-consuming and producing equipment.
The SkyCentrics vision is to give owners, operators, and occupants more visibility into their buildings. In the past, it's typically been just for owners and operators, and the occupants, the tenants in multi-tenant commercial buildings, have not really been able to have the power of managing their thermostats and their lights and understanding how much their office space or store is using in terms of energy. And our platform enables us to do that. We also focus on providing simple, easy-to-use solutions for all those stakeholders that are highly cost-effective because they're wireless and they're connected to the internet, and that reduces costs.
Up until now, small buildings especially haven't had very many good choices of solutions to be able to see and control and manage what's happening in their buildings. And even in the large buildings, there have been a lot of gaps, a lot of spaces that were not visible or controllable. What SkyCentrics brings is a cost-effective, simple, scalable, easy-to-use approach to those building spaces that in the past haven't had very many good options.
In the past, building management systems required an expensive server or gateway to be installed in each location. This proved too costly for small buildings. In addition, even when building management systems did exist, they still had unmanaged spaces, as it was too expensive to add sensors or controls during the retrofit or new construction.
A rooftop unit is a rooftop air conditioner, self-contained air conditioning unit which may provide cooling and heat, and is traditionally controlled by a standard 7-day programmable thermostat located on the wall in an office space. Those are programmed, sometimes they're not. Sometimes they're just manually operated by the tenants within that space. Using the SkyCentrics technology, all that can be managed. You can make sure that units aren't left on 24/7, that somebody doesn't put it at 62 degrees and walks away for the weekend. All that can be swept, cleaned up and made sure that the unit is back in a non-operable state as the weekend approaches, and that really saves a lot of money for tenants.
The HVAC system is 40% of the energy use in a building. If a thermostat's being used after hours, it's important to be able to understand when they're being used and whether the tenant should pay more. That's called after-hours billing. Now with our system, they'll be able to take out the phone, get the heat that they want, and the building owner will know that they got the heat that they wanted and be able to do after-hours billing. The SkyCentrics smart plug enables any device that you plug into it to both be metered, you can understand the electricity usage, and also to be controlled and scheduled. The SkyCentrics power strip enables you to plug in a number of devices and monitor their electricity usage as well as schedule them to be on and off. This can be used inside cubicles. There's an occupancy sensor so that you can tell whether when somebody leaves that space, you can turn off their lights, printers, and things that they don't need to leave on. And there's also 2 outlets that are always on so that your computer doesn't go off when you've left the space. The SkySnap 10 is the Swiss Army knife of building controls. In this one unit, it can control lights, turning them on and off, and more importantly, dimming them. It can sub-meter a space. It provides information on the electrical usage as well as gas and water meters. And finally, you can attach temperature sensors and other sensors to the device and inexpensively provide sensor information to our platform. All of these devices allow building operators and owners to have much more information at their fingertips than they have in the past, much more easily and much more cost effectively.
A key technology that SkyCentrics brings to the market is the ability to see live data, practically live data, 5-second data. That 5-second data can show you what's happening with the device, so you can head off expensive repairs or very expensive downtime or the loss of being able to use a building totally. And that trending and those alerts and alarms that you can get from that resolution of data is a key differentiator that's just not been available in the market until now.
SkyCentrics leverages a Wi-Fi single-chip solution, existing network infrastructures, and personal smart devices to reduce a building's total cost of ownership with a complete solution that is open, secure, and highly scalable. For more information, visit www.skycentrics.com.